So, what to expect on hormones? That's a question that I asked myself a lot before starting HRT. And I did a lot of research before beginning. And, now that I've been on hormones for about 6.5, 7 months, I've kind of forgotten a lot of that research that I did. And I was going back looking through some old stuff. And I actually found this really cool, timeline graph thing that I had screenshotted and saved to my phone for a while. And I'll actually put it up for you guys now. Go ahead and feel free to pause the video and look at it for a few minutes if you want to. So I thought it would be really neat to kind of go back and look at this old graph and kind of compare the results that I thought I was going to get based on my research with the results I've actually gotten so far and kind of see how I'm doing. So fat redistribution, I don't have a lot of fat to begin with, so my results are going to be kind of clouded at best. But everyone that I know and all my friends, they say that I have gained a little bit of fat in my face and it's rounded out a little bit and my cheeks are a little fattier than they used to be. This is a difference that I don't notice so much, like going back and looking at old pictures versus pictures of me now. I don't really notice too big of a change. But then again, I don't look at my face every day, so I'm going to kind of have to take their word for it. So since I've been on hormones 6 months, you can see the graph says that you're supposed to start seeing changes in the 3 to 6 month area, and then most of your changes will actually occur between 6 months and 24 months. So I'm really not far enough into that yet to judge. So I think this one's probably true just because my face probably has gotten a little bit fatter, and I've gained a little bit of fat in my boob area. And a tiny bit in my stomach, but that's kind of normal. Everybody gets fat in their stomach. So I don't know. That's kind of a wait and see for me just to find out, exactly how much fat redistribution I'm going to have. And if I can actually gain weight, I think that's going to be a big factor also. Loss of muscle strength. So according to the chart, you're supposed to see loss of muscle strength start happening in the 3 to 6 month area, with most of those changes occurring in the 6 to 24 month area. And I can honestly say this one's true. I think I hit this a little bit earlier, probably around months 1 or 2. I noticed a significant decrease in my strength, and I'm not I was never, really strong or buff to begin with. I was always pretty scrawny. But, even still, I could lift a lot of things without having to try too hard. And now those same things are a struggle for me, or I get tired more easily. So I definitely have noticed a loss in my muscle mass and my strength capabilities. So I think this one is totally true. As for my skin getting softer, I really haven't noticed too much of a difference on this one. I think my skin feels pretty much like it always did. So I know changes, it says are supposed to start in the 3 to 6 month area and then continue 6 to 24 months. So maybe I'm just not far along, or maybe I'm just a little bit late for this to happen to me. But that is a change I'm really excited for, to have a lot softer skin. My skin right now kind of sucks. It's really dry just because the estrogen is really drying my skin out. So that may be affecting it to some degree. But overall, I have not gotten the softer skin so far that I was supposed to be seeing by now. But hopefully it'll come. Who knows? Loss of sex drive. It's supposed to happen in the 1 to 3 month mark, and I can say they hit the nail on the head with this one. Probably before the 1 month mark, my sex drive, went I think it was probably a week, maybe 2 weeks after I started hormones, my desire for sex, and it was not there anymore. Obviously I used to think about sex every day, and now I think about sex once a month. It's just a non-issue for me anymore. It's not something that ever crosses my mind. So yeah, this one is completely true, and you should expect that to happen to you if you are starting HRT or thinking about starting HRT. Loss of erections. What are those? Yeah, that's true. You will lose those. Breast growth, they say it's supposed to start in the 3 to 6 month mark and then continue on all the way up to 24 months to see your finish changes. I think I was a little bit of an early bloomer. I started growing my breasts probably around the month and a half mark after on hormones, and I actually saw a lot of growth. Probably in my months 2 to 3, I saw a lot of growth in my breasts. They've slowed down a little bit since, but I know they are still growing because they're still very sore and tender. I actually made a video going over kind of like my boob update and where I was and showing you guys my progress. If you want to check that out, I'll put a link up above for you guys to watch that. I don't know how much more growth I can expect, but according to my doctor, the breast growth changes will kind of plateau around the 24-month mark. And so I still have about 17, 18 months to go. But I noticed they have slowed down quite a bit. I'm still planning on having breast surgery probably in the next 9 or 10 months, probably early in 2018. So I'm not going to give them all the way until 24 months to see what the changes are. I think by that time most of the development will have occurred and it will be safe for me to go ahead and have a breast augmentation. But overall, I'm really satisfied with the results I've gotten on the breast growth area. And mine happened quite a bit earlier than I was expecting it to, so, I can't complain on that. Testicle shrinkage, that's a fun one. Yeah, think of grapes to raisins. And lastly, body hair thinning. Supposedly, the changes are supposed to start happening in the 6 to 12 month area, and I just crossed that 6-month mark just a few weeks ago. So I probably haven't been on HRT long enough to experience these changes. And judging by my results, I haven't really seen any body hair thinning. Maybe a little bit on my arms, but it could just be me wishful thinking about it. But the rest of my body, like my legs, my stomach area, it's all pretty much exactly the same as it used to be. I haven't experienced any thinning in those areas. I plan on starting laser hair removal for my stomach here in the next couple weeks, so I'll make sure to keep you guys updated on that. But if it's anything like it is for my face, it is going to be miserable and painful, and I'm just not looking forward to it. So any body hair thinning that the hormones could give me, I would be extremely grateful for. So yeah, that's kind of a rundown of the results that I was expecting and what I've actually achieved and what I've seen so far. I really haven't had any other results come up that I was expecting other than what was really on that list to begin with. I have had several unexpected results though, some of them quite funny, and so also I'll put a video up above if you want to check those out as well. But as far as what I was expecting, so far I would say it's been pretty much in line with what I've expected. Some things have happened a little bit quicker, some things have happened a little bit later, some things I'm still sitting around waiting on to happen, but I think that's just part of the game. You can't be in a hurry when you transition. It's a slow process. I mean, after all, when you went through puberty the first time, it took years. And so it kind of takes a similar amount of time when you're going through puberty again for changing genders. I plan on keeping you guys regularly updated on my progress and the effects the hormones are having on my body, just so you'll have a little bit better idea of what you can expect if you're starting, or if you're already started, just not quite as far along as I am. But until then, go ahead and leave me some comments down below. Let me know if you're on HRT and how many months you've been on it, and kind of if these changes that I've experienced kind of match what your experiences are. I'd love to know, and I'd love to hear from you guys. So anyway, if you like these videos, go ahead and make sure you subscribe so you can follow my journey. New videos are posted every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Also, feel free to hit that like button down below. And yeah, until next time, you guys, be kind, make good choices.